So some night driving in my Polo GTI 2022 model. And now in Cape Town at the moment we have load shedding. Means the power stations can't deliver enough power, so they cut off areas, and it's called load shedding. So they shed you, and this area now has load shedding, but I'll be driving into an area that is not load shedding. So yep, I don't know, this is not a night vision camera. So we're probably seeing nooks, so just have to hear me talking. Yeah. Yeah. Very smooth and quiet. Very easy to drive. Yo, a friend of mine was telling me, yo, I should get a automatic. I never wanted to get an automatic, but yo, now I see why. It's just a lazy man's car. Figure out what's going on here. Haha. So if I want to blow the blower with this climate control, I have to press it a few times to get the point you want. Okay, that's cool. I like. Just press, and it goes up. So I'm on my way to Jitsu. I'm a Jiu-Jitsu coach in an MMA club, so I'm teaching Jiu-Jitsu for MMA. So basically focusing on fighting, punching, and all that. So the traditional, or not traditional, like I did Jiu-Jitsu like at the start of the century and before, like 97, and that time they more focused on, at least the club I train in, they just focus on self-defense mostly, not this sport jiu-jitsu that you have now with all the berimbolas and all the different things you use for pure Brazilian jiu-jitsu competitions where no punching is allowed. In those competitions, there's the guys, they tend to hold on to your legs and stuff like this, and the whole head is open, and you can't punch them. So, but you can't get out of it if you don't practice that. But I find those things don't really work in a street fight. So in this club we have some guys who are doing MMA professionally now. So they're more interested in what works in the real situations. For the cage fighting, yeah. So I'm on my way there now, and traffic jams. Even okay, it's 8:17, so it's winter and it gets dark early, but the traffic is a pain. I'm supposed to be there at 6:30, and I always go early because I'm obsessive about these things. Being autistic, I think is that I come on time. But over years, I notice whenever I get there on time, the previous kickboxing class never stops. They never finish by 7:30. So we're always starting at 7:22 instead of 6:30. So now I just decided to get there, a little later. So like instead of getting the 25 past, I will get there sometimes 32, 35 or so. So on my way there is traffic jam, even though I'm driving this mighty fast 147 kilowatt car. Nothing much I can do. I can't speed here now, there's just traffic. Irritating. So I'm gonna put them into eco mode and see what difference that makes. Yeah, that's irritating. I'm not sure if there's a problem with this car or not, because the car is in eco mode selected, but whenever I switch it back on, it starts in normal mode, which is quite a pain. But I told the garage and they say it shouldn't do that. Even my old Polo, the Polo I-line, the same shape like this. Where I set it in Eco, it comes back in Eco. Unlike this car, it comes back in normal mode, which is quite a pain. Every time I have to start it again, so I don't know if it's correct or what. This is normally a 100 km/h zone, and I'm doing 60, and now it's slowing down, and now I'm on 50. I've done this road so many times, and normally the left lane goes a little faster because the left line is decided to go off. So, although the left lane is the slow lane, but on the right lane they don't turn off from that lane, so there's more cars on the off turns, off ramp, so it goes a little faster. A wee bit, but I think today I wasn't even watching, so I'm just on autopilot, and so much easier in the traffic with the automatic. Phew. What I never understand is why is there more traffic when it's raining? Is that because everybody's going slower, and then the slow cars at the front is stopping slower? I don't know. There's always more traffic in the rain. Okay, let me put on this cruise control because now my foot is starting to hurt from that slow speed. I can put it back into auto mode, and climate controls in auto mode, and now it's not making so much noise. There we go, and I can look through the sunroof, like a panoramic sunroof, huh? And see the rain on my head. Hey. How long is this gonna take? I guess I'm gonna be African time today. It's 18:22. Yo, I was just looking for my handy phone, my mobile phone. I couldn't find it, and guess what? Where was my handy phone? It's making a video. Serious. Sometimes OCD. I'm just gonna keep the wipers on because it's raining, so you guys or whoever wants to watch it can see slightly better. Yeah. A funny story about the wipers. I visited a friend once, and this friend is very, I thought, very clever guy. He has at that time he had a master's in mathematics. A very smart, good friend of mine, and he drove me somewhere in his car, and he was switching the wipers on and off like every few seconds. And I told him, there's an intermittent position. He says, no, this is like a cheap car. I said, no, even the cheap cars have intermittent position that you can just put it there and then it will go on and off, you know. And wow, and you learned that there. It's like my second daughter. I mean, she's like, so she used to get really high marks in school and quite clever, and mean, like, but she gets lost wherever she's walking. She has no sense of direction. And even in the school, she couldn't find a classroom sometimes. I worry about that one. She's at university now, and a few weeks back I took her up to deliver a task, and she couldn't find the box to put it in, and we had to ask some other girl walking there, where's the building, because she forgot. But she's quite clever, and she's also autistic, but like me, I'm high functioning. Okay, but she does not want to be called autistic, but she certainly has a problem with directions. And me, I'm very absent-minded and small, narrow interests, and I also don't know obvious things sometimes. Like when I was 31, I thought Zurich was in Germany, but because I'm simply not interested. I guess my friend was simply not interested in the car, so didn't know that the car has that intermittent function. And my daughter is just, I don't know, not interested in directions, or was she not taking note of it? But it takes a while to learn that. But on the other side, for me, I can learn maths quick, but I don't know certain things. Anyways, just rambling because there's traffic, but it's moving now. We're going 70. I can put on the cruise control. If I keep my finger on it, I can make it 75. I think maybe I should go in the faster lane now. So I have 4 minutes left before I get to the gym, or at least before I'm late at the gym. I think I'll make it. Not too far. Not too far. Not much further. So my wipers wasn't wiping that great at the start, and I found in the middle piece there where it's attached, there was like a 5 centimeter spot. When it went on the return wipe, it left some line there. I can see it's still doing it, but it's slightly better. Try to rub it, you know, with my hand there, the rubber, see if I can clean it or something. But I will tell them again if it's not going away, but I have to replace that wiper. I mean, it's a new car, I don't want to drive around with a inefficient wiper. At least it's not making any noise, so that's great. I'm just gonna do the defogger quickly. Let me do some speed also, just for fun. There we go, 100 and clear. Yeah, it's so cool. Even in the drive mode, it's very fast. I mean in the normal drive mode, it doesn't take too long to accelerate. So that's cool. Yeah. People are all coming home now, or a lot of them are going home and opened up now. There's an area called Ottery, or Weinberg is on the right, Ottery is on the left, and in front is a golf course, but we won't see that now. And when I was a kiddie, or at least when I was about 10 years old, a friend of mine used to caddy, and I used to go with him, and I thought he was so strong because he could carry that whole bag, golf bag, you know, on his shoulder. I couldn't lift it up, it was way too heavy for me. And in my book I mentioned him once. If anybody wants to read my book, it's called Chicken Legs Alone His Way. And in the book once a new neighbor was a bit angry with me because I had a fight with him and knocked him a bit, and he tried to get people to beat me up over the years, and eventually this one guy came over and he said, this guy's gonna beat me up now. And when he got close to me, it was the guy who I used to caddy with, and he said, wow, I'm so big now, you can't the last time he saw me I couldn't even lift up the golf bag. So funny story. That was here, but we can't see it now actually in the dark. But somewhere here, so let me just do a where's the road? Oh, feel the brakes. Whoa, very, very cool, the brakes. So I'm very close to the gym now. I have to take this turn slow. Sometimes there are cars coming before we come, but just give a little bit of a yeah. Oh, Sam. Hello. What's that noise up there? Girls, you're not allowed. Okay, so that's the gym. Yep, as I said, they are still busy, so I wasn't even late. And I think it's now yeah, uncle. So I'm not even late. What's the time? What's the time?
Car's front headlights are smart.
So yeah, just making a video away of the gym.
Yeah, I saw some operators
who's coming tonight? Huh?
It's cold.
Mense is lui.
Cold, yeah.
Ja,
It's a typical problem with jets when it comes to winter. Maak mensen niet van die klas. Oh, everywhere.
So yeah.